In today's video, we're going to be breaking down a top player in Warzone. In case you guys haven't heard of him, we're going to be talking about AverageJoeWo, which streams over on Twitch, has a YouTube channel, and is fairly active on Twitter. He actually placed first in 2 different tournaments recently with Huskers as his duo quad partner. If you guys aren't familiar with who he is, he's basically a top tier player that generally plays solo quads so that when these tournaments come up, he'll be able to place well enough to obviously win and make some money. So that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. This is something I've done quite a while on the series. If you're interested in his stats, basically he has over 5,500 games. He has almost 40,000 kills. Probably at the time of this video, he has over 40,000 kills. His KD is about 3.5, but obviously playing solo quads, it's lower than if he just played with the stacked party all the time. And then he has over 300 wins, and that's pretty much kind of his general stat line there. What you're going to notice is when you play solo quads, you have to play the game completely different. Big reason for that is because a lot of times you get in situations where you're going to have to take on 1v4, 1v3, 1v2, and then obviously the 1v1s. So you got to be able to position yourself well, bait players, take advantage of the meta. Obviously, this is the origin meta, floor meta that we had. And that's pretty much how the different mechanics work. So the goal of this series is to kind of take you through the thought process and kind of break down some of the things that are going on in the moment. And within this particular case, he's playing solo quads. So there's different aspects. Then maybe we've covered someone that just did solo duos, duo quads, or whatever in this particular type of breakdown. If you enjoy these types of videos, let me know by hitting the like button. If there's other people you'd like me to check out, go ahead and make sure you comment them down below. I have covered over 20 different people on the channel when it comes to Warzone. And then if you're interested in finding your way back, I probably recommend subscribing so that'll be as easy as possible. So pretty much, his normal start is he lands super, tries to get money, clears out super, because super, a lot of times people don't literally land holding hands. It's a great opportunity to get into multiple engagements where somebody has to push you. Obviously, he downed this guy, so he was going to see if any of his teammates would rush to try and help him out, revive him. The guy gave a call out, so now he knows that the guy should be coming in a general vicinity. Hey, they're heading there. He's on that side of whatever, you know, and you feed off of that and you get more experience. Because when you play solos, the enemies play completely different, and how you have to play is completely different compared to duos, trios, and quads, even though trios and quads are fairly similar in terms of how you would play them. But as a solo player, it's very unforgiving. You could down 3 players, the 4th finish you off just because you were low health, and you don't get a single kill, even though you racked up that damage, racked up that score. When you go to the gulag, that's it. If you lose the gulag, you're done. And when you come back from the gulag, you're not going to get bought back. And you're not going to cross your fingers for a jailbreak just because you're playing solo and you're streaming all of this live. So as you can see from the top of the screen, he plays on a computer at 120 FOV with a controller with a 1010 sensitivity and a tall stick on top of a control freak. So it's a very long hand. So you got to have big hands, I guess, for that. But he is playing with a control freak on a controller at 120 FOV, which I bring that part up because a lot of times people comment like, well, you lose aim assist at a certain... Nope, you have aim assist regardless of what your FOV is at. So a big thing typically, like we've talked about before with top players, they usually use the vehicles to the advantage. That's why I think they purposely bugged vehicles so that when you get out, where you end up looking is not necessarily where you're used to looking based off where your camera angle is. So for whatever reason, they bugged that out. I don't know why they've done that, but I would bet almost that it's intentional, because typically top players are using that. They jump out of the vehicle full speed, they roll up on someone, and then they take them out with a close range weapon. So he swaps seats. You can call on a UAV. Sometimes you do that since he's on the go. And this is really about targeting teams that he knows he can approach safely. Obviously, there's somebody next to Heli. This looks like it potentially 2 teams fighting. And a lot of playing solo squads is that you're going to be third-partying stuff. Because if it's just solid, they know exactly where you're at, and you know where the 4 of them are at, it doesn't matter. Like, you're in a very bad situation unless they're just terrible players. So a lot of times how you have to do with this, you have to third party, or you have to sneak up on a team and get a pick. And then once you get a pick, then you lower the odds. If they already had a player down, it went from 3v1 down to 2v1. And that's what I like really about him, is because obviously you get into these situations that it gets tricky to overcome. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. You're not really expected to do it on a regular basis just because the odds are literally stacked against you. in general, even if they're 4 average players and you're really good, it's very difficult to deal with those types of players. So guy's taking off in the heli.
No.
He's gonna probably get some free shots here. Reloads. Nope. Everyone left.
I actually took the heli away, man. What a goober.
So now he's $100 short of a UAV, and he's gonna do the kill chasing thing. He doesn't really care about the win. He doesn't care about the positioning. He's pretty much just gonna do a bounty, UAV, get the kill, bounty, UAV, get the kill. And that's the standard procedure of most people just playing aggressive. And then probably once it gets to top 5 or something like that, then he'll focus more on his positioning. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But if you're looking at how to handle the individual engagements, he's a good person to watch for that. So I highly recommend checking out his YouTube, linked in the description, Twitch, again, linked in the description, and Twitter if you want to stay up to date with his information with that. So he was able to take that guy out. That guy's pissed. He probably just came back from the gulag. He's just looking to see if anyone's going to try and shoot him. And then now he's got to rotate kind of into the zone. So obviously if a full team shoots at a vehicle moving, they're going to destroy the vehicle. But a lot of times people are going with C4. Now with Season 6, there's a nerf to that. So we'll see how the meta shifts a little bit. I would imagine that C4 is still going to be the best thing. Or maybe people are going to have somebody designated on their team with the launcher. Because if you put on some of the launchers, it beams past those trophies. And it can be a little bit more effective. Especially since the C4, you can't even throw it into a second story window. As we saw from yesterday's video. So you can see strategically how he positioned. He came up and these people are on the outside of the zone and they have to rotate in. You can see that this building is not in the zone. He still has a minute, whatever. And then he's pushing up. Even though he has the low ground, those people have to move. So regardless of what they're doing, they have to come to him. And you're not always going to be in cover when you're rotating out. They don't have to rotate very far, but he is in a position where if they decide to jump off, he'll get some easy picks as they glide through the air. He just has to assess the situation and find out where all the players are, which can be incredibly difficult to do, especially if people are ghosted up.
Dude,
but this early on,
please.
Not many people are running ghost.
Yep.
There it goes. Broke that dude's armor. He's got to creep up, close the distance. Because the AMAX is good, but it's hard to beam people at those ranges. He also does auto attack sprint, which for me, I'm not a fan of. It's pretty uncomfortable. You can see in this now, obviously he's using the MP5 when we were talking about Origin was the meta, but he was still rolling around with this.
Okay. I'm super impatient. Because I haven't found anybody yet.
So he's going to go aggro for this dude.
What's up, dude? Good morning, my guy. What's up, baby? What's good, King?
5 milliwatt. Doesn't even have a suppressor on his
I do want to grab a self-res, though.
On his MP5. Looks around. Where the heck this guy go? Lot of loadout. Oh, somebody killed him on the other side. Oh, that's a rip. There it is. Spots a guy. Downs him. Destroyed him. There's somebody coughing to the left. They put a cluster. Now he's kind of in the bad situation, right? Because what I was talking about earlier where they have to rotate, he kind of put himself in that situation. But that's part of just chasing kills and not worrying necessarily about the rotation. So now there's at least 2 of them there. He tries to get a pick there. A little too quick as the guy runs by. And there's multiple teams. So this is where the third party comes in. That's the teammate to the other guy he downed that he hasn't got the kill for. There he is. I thought that was the guy too where he looked. So perfect. He ended up getting the last guy from that team. And that results of the third party. And everyone's fighting. And you're able to get those picks. He's behind cover. And he's baiting. He didn't thirst the guy right away. Because especially when you play low man, you really can't afford to thirst unless you've assessed the area. Because you get too tunnel visioned. And that applies also in quads. You see that happen all the time. Where somebody will down somebody. They go for the thirst. And they're getting shot from another player. That would have been easy to spot if you didn't try to thirst. There's a 5 milliwatt coming in handy. So he's down 2 of them there. And none of them are self-reviving. So that's what he looked right here. I guess he could have seen the other one. Got dead silence. They don't know he has that. Perfect play to finish this guy off. And the teammate probably called out. He's coming upstairs. He's coming upstairs. So he made the perfect play. Able to outplay those guys. But a lot of it comes out to... you know, downing players, but not necessarily going for the thirst, which 9 times out of 10, if you see people, they want to get their kill, they need to get their kill, you can't afford to do that because of the ammo situation. You're going to be low-handed, like low bullets in your mag when you're trying to get that next kill. Or you're going to have to use a weapon that maybe is not ideal for that situation. Close quarters, should be using the MP5 over the AMAX, I guess, even though the AMAX is pretty top tier when it comes to close quarters. It's just he has a VLK, which isn't ideal for close quarters.
I don't think he's like super mad.
So that gives you a good idea there of what's going on. You got to almost have ghosts. He spotted that guy coming through. There should be another one. Oh, he beaming that dude. He got 2 downs, and there's got to be a third. And this guy's third partying, I believe. It's separate teams. They're separate teams.
Thinking everything's cool.
He's trying to thirst his kill over there. He got him.
Oh my god.
Dude's mad. He can't even see this dude. This is a hard shot. Downed him.
I'm literally a nice guy, bro.
And one thing is, like, with this type of play style, when you're playing low man, you're almost never going to use off-meta weapons. These are definitely 2 meta weapons. The AMAX is disgusting. They thirsted him, and then the last one should be down over here. He might have self-revived because at the point they could have had enough money where that guy self-revived after he downed him. He's probably going to die here. No. There's 2 shooting. Oh, that guy got caught by the gas. That's why he probably got a gas mask animation. That's probably why the guy stopped shooting. So that was good timing there. He's moving around, trying to make something happen. He knows that there's 2 over there, 1 down, and then he was able to finish him off. He wasn't able to stick in the gas to revive his teammate, so he's just running out, and then he gets destroyed. And that, again, is the gas. They have to keep running. The zone's actually pretty far. You could outrun these ones, but obviously if you're a little bit in the zone and you're like, oh, man, the gas is going to kill me or whatever, they move pretty aggressively. He got all his money, got self-revive, UAV, plates. He's all stocked up, but he does have to move across to the other side of the map. So right now, as soon as his UAV runs out, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but he still has a UAV on standby, so that's a huge plus. He still has a UAV on standby, so that's gonna be a huge plus. And then he'll be able to utilize that to get another kill. He just found a cluster. Will he actually use it? Just use it to get rid of it. It was a little short, but he's going to go back for his UAV. Just use it so no one else gets it. And then hopefully it throws the people off the top there. Maybe they'll come down or whatever. The only difference there is I probably would have pinged it before I used it to see if you can get a little bit further range, but
a rope up or
either way.
Over here, I don't think there is. There's not, is there?
There it is. See, the perfect opportunity at third party. The people up top are fighting the people down low. He has to get a pick, though.
Second story. Don't know how to get there, though. Is it right? Maybe right here. Access code, I bet. I don't know.
Requesting recon.
So he can tell if the guy was all the way on the roof. So this is actually a good move. Looks like that guy got killed. He may have been up top and then he got killed by those people fighting over there or on the UAV. So he's peeking in now. There should be a full team onto the left that he's going to be pushing toward most likely. Because he knows they're there. But the crappy part right now is as soon as this UAV is gone, he's going to have no information.
Festival, man.
So right now he's actually at 15 kills, 14 teams left, and 39 players. So he's still got a lot of time to rack up some kills. Somebody just got the bounty there. Somebody's gliding in. There they go. They were there with Ghost. I guess their loadout must have been up top. I don't know. Because they were up there up top. Maybe they didn't have suppressors. That's why they were showing up. Either way, they were showing up there earlier without the UAV or with the UAV. They disappeared. So I don't know. He's gonna thirst his kill. There's the other guy with the loadout. Using the car as cover. See what he does. He's got to watch out because there was that full team rotating from the other buy station. And he could hold this guy if he wanted. He could literally just hold the guy. There's the other one. He came back for his loadout? No. That was just another guy. There's still one more, I believe. He's in a vehicle? Maybe that was the same one. He just worked his way around. That was weird. For some reason, it looked like that guy came further left, so that was worked out.
Sniping.
He still needs $300 for another UAV. He doesn't have a trophy, so he's got to be a little bit wary of that. So the thing right now is he needs $300 more for a UAV. That won't even be as helpful because most players at this point have Ghost of some kind. He's got to go upstairs there. That building is usually pretty contested, especially it being on the edge of the zone. It's probably going to be at least one team here. But who knows? It could be people in there.
I'm dead.
He made it in. Nope. And then so if he grabs this bounty, that'll at least highlight one team. Somebody grabbed the most wanted. Perfect. He can gatekeep this dude. At least one of them there. You see the guy rotating in now? He should be able to get that guy. Oh, he didn't end up going for the bounty? But that guy should be rotating on the edge. I don't know where he went. Oh, he's glide. What the heck? Enemy most wanted? There he is. That was him right there. Beamed him. That guy's dying to the gas. His teammates, help me, help me. So he has, like I said, perfect high ground. He was gatekeeping. The other guy's low health, so he's got a plate up if he had plates. And then he should be able to get thirst on this other guy. There's third partying going on. Again, third party. It's just timing. This ended up being two teams fighting. Since that guy grabbed the most wanted, there's probably somebody else thirsty for him. You can see he's not thirsting the guy yet. He's not reloading. There it is. Cleaned him up. Yeah, this is still season 5 because that C4 throw.
I do need to get out of here though, because it's about to be chalk.
He's just waiting for this guy to move. He might even bleed out.
I can snag his boys back.
Ooh, they had a trophy in there. Yep, he was just waiting. He heard him glide down. Now he has enough money for a UAV or anything else he needs, actually.
Now I'm in a bad spot because I saw at least one guy cross and one guy.
He's got to rotate. The other guy did cross where he could have gate kept. He's already saying that stuff as well. It's kind of a sucky rotation. Like I said, the rotation becomes less important when you're only chasing kills. It's kind of like, well, let me chase kills, get in engagement, chase kills, get in engagements. And then obviously if you said, hey, $1,000 if you win this match, playstyle is going to be completely different, I promise you. Because when you're playing for a win, that is drastically different than playing for kills. And when you're playing for kills, you play one way, and that is just to chase the red dots, try and get as many UAVs, bounties, and as much money as possible to increase those engagements so you can get those kills. So you can see the guy rotating across. They jumped into the Bertha. You gonna take a different angle? There he is. He spotted him. He's just on the edge. Will he re-peek the same spot or will he take a different angle? There he is. He moved. There's two of them now. So now he knows there's two of them. They gave away their advantage there. I think the one should have kept peeking, so he chowed, and then the guy can take on the angle. So that's those guys not being like playing to their strength. They did have him back off though. Smart player, you can't just push everything, especially when you're outnumbered. You know you're outnumbered. You're gonna rotate to the buy. Maybe these guys will have not go, so he can actually buy a UAV and spot where they're at. Zone closed on him, so he's in a relatively good spot to finish out the match, primarily because everyone has to rotate into him.
Requesting recon.
UAV. Okay, there it is. There's a 3-team right there. They could be third party type, where that one guy on the tower is gonna gatekeep the others, but he won't know for sure. There he is. He's rotating. He took out one. There's the pick. He's trying to get two before the other one gets close to him. He has to do it without plating up because that delay could be too long. So it is a 3v1. So unless one of them have ghost, he downed one. They didn't have self-revive because his teammate was running to go get him. And now he has to clear off the third one. They disappeared. He does have another UAV if he wants to burn it. He might have to burn it just to know exactly where they're at. And then hopefully pick up their money. He bought some plates. And the other one might have crawled over. He got his loadout. He downed him. He's trying to thirst because the other one, he knows that they're too far to help him. Odds are that guy doesn't have a self-revive, though, if he didn't get the loadout. So now he's going to take this angle, try and get him while the other one's reviving him. He downed him. That guy was self-reviving. So now that's 2 down. And the last one's going to come over for the flank. It worked out perfectly. He outplayed all of them. Worked out good. And you can see how he resets the gunfight. He went back behind cover. If he got the down and then another down, then he'd probably ego chow the third guy because he could take him out. But since he got in a situation where it wasn't working out, it just didn't work out. This is a perfect scenario too. If you look at the numbers up at the top right, you can see that it's 3 teams left and then there's 5 players. That means most of these teams are low man. There's probably not a full 4-man team because now it's 2 teams and there's 4 players. So it's impossible to have a full team. Could be a 2v2v1 most likely, or 3v1v1. So now he just has to find the team, continue the you know, the dominance with a third party. Unless they're so split that he is able to just kill both of them independently. Which, that's a lot harder. You got to get that third party.
I think it's a 1v1v3, I'm pretty sure. Let me wrap this back, actually. I think it's a 1v1v3, low-key, because I think that's a solo dolo.
So you can see how he's clearing his area. Now that he's in a position where these last kills are for the win, he's rotating smart back around with the kind of area he cycled through to catch anyone that maybe they're rotating as well. You can see the person, they're bringing their team back over there on the crown. They're in the vehicle, so that's probably the solo. And if that guy makes enough noise before his timer runs out, the third team, oh, they just bought back. So that shows you that's the 2 teams. They bought back just in front of him to the left. You can see the red little flare that comes out of the buy station.
He did.
So there it is. Now there's full teams. Look at that. The guy got his team back because it was only 5 total people. Now we're talking about 9 total. So they're both full teams now. 4v4v1. So now these are full teams. He's got a third party this. You can hear the gunfire. They know where everyone's at because they were the buy station. They bought them back and the other guys got the crown. They're probably all landing on loadout, so they're all going to have guns. He's just got a third party this at the right time. There it is. There's 1, 2. He's not firing. He's not going to give away his position yet. That sucks, though. They got good rotation. There he goes. He gets the last one. They're beaming. They're beaming. Oh, they killed mostly each other. There's only 3 players left. So it's a 2v1v1. So the numbers got narrowed down pretty quick. Probably half those people got shot out of the air. He couldn't hit that last one. That's probably the duo. Because the guy downed, I don't know if he got the thirst right away. I can't recall right now that it's already happening. There's still another solo somewhere from the other team. I think the guy who's probably driving. Ooh, he's getting shot. This is terrible. Ooh. He's got to close the distance, though. See, he's getting kind of a little screwed here because of the zone rotation. He beamed this dude. That guy's down. He probably doesn't have self-revive unless he got tapped on the revive. You can see the other guy is right here at the top left. The other team called a precision, so they're on that top right. Let's clear the building. I think they're on the far left side of the zone on the opposite side by that little tiny building. I think that's where most of the other enemies are from the other team that respawned. Snapped on him. That was that. So now he's in a 1v2. He has a gas mask, no plates, but he has good rotation here. No one could throw stuns at him as he rotates. They could shoot that theoretically if they saw it, but he can catch them rotating here. He just has to get one good kill, and then hopefully he can get some plates off of this guy. If not, then see the stuns there. He gets one more stun. That didn't help. He didn't throw it. There it is. That's it. Wow, they thought he was on the other side. Perfect. That guy's self-reviving. And that is a dub. 28 kill. 28 kill dub. That was so good to see. Obviously, he's a very smart player, very confident. And his ability, if you'd like to see that on a regular basis, I'd highly recommend checking out his Twitch, which again, linked in the description, along with his YouTube, where he posts content on a regular basis. Obviously, these types of high kill, low man, 1v4, 1v3 types of gameplay. And like I said, he just won a tournament with Huskers, a duo quad tournament. I think he's won 2 out of the past 3 weeks, so he's a pretty good player. And obviously, if he's playing with Huskers, that's a good thing. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button. If you're brand new, looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.